Meh. Okay, I think that's live. Hello, everyone. Hello, Ringo. And hello, Speedy. Okay, that should be... I'll just turn that down just a smidge. Put it down on my headset, actually. There we go. Just gonna wait for everything to boot up as usual. Hope everyone's doing well. Everything should be coming up soon. Oh, I need to get the chat out so I can actually read it. That's probably a good sign. Let me... Hello, Jackal. Hello, Raphael. Hello, Night Eater. Pop out chat. Put it around here. Smaller. Oh, there's stream elements. Doop, there we go. That works. And just waiting on the Discord. Finally, it's 7 o'clock. Well, I mean, yeah. if you're in the UK, I suppose. Remember, you might be British, but no bloody Mondays. Oh, God. We'll see. I can't make any promises. Time for some Elder Scrolls 7, yes. Yeah, I might as well have a look at the map while I wait for Discord to notify people. Because for some reason it's taken forever. Yeah, this actually isn't so bad. Single choke point. That still sounds quite loud. I don't know if it sounds loud on stream. I might need to put the game audio down my headset. Famous last words. True, I don't really know what's coming. I get the feeling it's going to be quite big though. The downpour is here, the enemy is everywhere, and frustration is slowly reaching the breaking point. Either that's just saying what's been happening, you know, with everyone around, or it means that everything's going to start hitting the fan, and I don't know. But this doesn't seem too bad. I've got relatively strong characters for choke points, and that happens to be pretty good. Although single lane here gives me the impression it's going to be someone strong, or a caster of some sort. So I'll have to check to see what that's going to be like. I think that should be fine. I can have Gavial and Penance, or might swap with Cora. Depends on how much DP I can generate. For a moment I thought I didn't have enough sanity. I hate that the sanity is now red. It makes me think there isn't enough of it. Okay, it's now... Okay, Discord has now notified everyone, so I'm just gonna go right in. That is not the right one. That's the right one. Oh, by the way, I managed to E2 her in the end. Haven't gotten the thing for her yet. Why can I not remember what it's called? Module, there we go. I kept trying to say mech, and it's like, that's not the right word. That's not even the right game. But yeah, so I've got it now. That's quite good. Do I have to redo the... I mean, I don't know which one I like more, actually. We'll see. Mastery is more important with her. True. I mean, to be fair, I'm not really going to have her facing Frost Nova anytime soon. That sounds really annoying. Did you check her after promotion files 1 and 2? I haven't yet because I've only just done it. Like, I literally did it before stream. I was almost late because of it. But yeah, so quite happy with that. Haven't been able to do Skyfire, but all I need to wait for is the money anyway, so That should be fine. Oh god. Puzzle. I should really look into using the boy, but I mean I could use him and puzzle together, but Elite 140 I could risk it for a biscuit. I haven't really used him though. Change the skill in the squad too. Oh, has it not been? Oh, still on number 1, okay. I swear sometimes I press confirm and it still doesn't do it. It really annoys me. I mean, maybe I just don't. Maybe I click around the button and it pushes it away. I don't know, but I just feel sometimes like I'll click on it, I'll go in, I'll use a skill, I'll go out, and suddenly she doesn't have the skill anymore. It's weird. I don't know if that's just me being crazy or something. I think that's fine. I don't know if I want to try with... I kind of want to, but I kind of don't at the same time. You can use Stainless as long as he isn't your lane holder. Oh, yeah. I might see how they move. If they move into their... Oh. Actually, when I think about it, there isn't really anywhere that I could have him avoid. I could put him there, but then... I'll see how it goes. I might try it. I kind of want to try it, even though I've never really used him. I probably shouldn't. But I just kind of want to see how it would work. Gain 1 device when skill expires.
Squad 11 of Self-Salvation Corps, joining up with Rhodes Island.
The accent. I'm going to tell you now, I'm not even going to try to mimic that accent when we get to it. Not unless they write it in the way he says it. But it could work, because with puzzle, it could very well be a DP go burr. I need to figure out how I would use it. I might use this. It's a low level stage, so I can test it. Might as well go right in. Based, still not E2. Based? I've been E2ing people very slowly. I've owned Stainless. Oh, right. No, I've been leveling him up, but I've also been trying to focus on some other characters. Like I needed to get Exu E2'd. And it's kind of, I work really slowly with the E2ing. Like I can get the materials fast enough, but unless I'm on a day with the money, I often don't have the money. It took a lot of workarounds and loopholes to get the money I need just to get Exu at the moment. It was a bit yeah, anyway. 4:23 PM, cloudy turning overcast. McMartin Brothers Chip, first floor. I do really want the outfit that comes with the E2, not gonna lie. Well, not outfit, but you know, the image. The splash art, there we go, that's the right thing. Yeah, getting all the materials to make upgrade stuff for E2 is one thing with the drop rates, but farming 180k is, yeah. That's the thing, that's the killer for me. And I forgot to grind yesterday, so I didn't get much money. Still no reply. None. Haven't gotten a peep from Londinian yesterday or today. It's been 20 hours. They have to have received my last telecoms by now. Could the encrypted line be faulty? Hard to say, sir. Being honest, it's been nearly 10 years since I graduated, transferred to Hillock. To be honest, it's been nearly 10 years since I graduated, transferred to Hillock. I don't know why that was so difficult for me to read. There's not much information you need to activate this. There's not much information you need to activate this secret comms line. Oh, okay. There's not much information that you would need to activate the secret comms line or something like that. Is my understanding there? Why? I've only just started. Why am I struggling to read this? 2 years back, around the end, I reported to our group's boss, and he asked me if I had anything to say other than whatever number kid was being born, and that if I hadn't, I could save even given the... Oh, I could save even giving the routine reports. It would be hard to Google how to turn on secret communication device. Fuck, I forgot how to say her voice. I forgot how I did the really shit accent. Oh no. Oh, no wonder you opened this, Chippy. That's awful. I'll get back into the swing of things when there's a longer line. Not a bad plan, right? Codename's not Chef for fun. Thought at the time, suppose some outsider wanted to sniff out our liaison point, they'd only suspect next door's bookshop. Aye, right. Besides, your chips are delicious too. I am so sorry, Scotland. Ought to be, eh? You fill yourselves up. Hillock's potatoes are high quality. Locals all love my chips. If I didn't still remember my actual job as a lamplighter, I would have opened up branches ages ago. 5, 6 of them. Of course, the fictional Irish area happens to be potatoes. I forgot about that. Just in case anyone wasn't sure where this was inspired by. Hello, we just started? Yeah. Anyhow. I thought I was daydreaming. I thought I was dreaming of the time I was in training again. When you gave the secret knock at the door yesterday. It seems highly likely this line was abandoned long ago. Or perhaps someone's received our info but doesn't want to reply. You mean there's people intercepting our intel on purpose, leader? Not easy to say yet. We'll send the next report as we would originally. Right, and besides Triangle's findings, add on the other outcome of my dialogue with Colonel Hamilton. The Colonel's targeted measures against a portion of the residents are already extremely suspicious. In the worst case, I'd like for our team to be allowed more flexibility. That sounds like there's no point in me convincing you to use a barracks messenger, is there? I feel like if we were to use a messenger from this place, they would not convey that last line. They most certainly would not be mentioning that when they reach their destination. Leader, I don't want to say this, but we're a little low on our numbers. On numbers, not our numbers. Well, same thing. That definitely isn't like you to say. Relax, though. Nobody wants to take that step. You know, I like base building, so I do wish Arknights got a base building update. I mean, it's still in beta, isn't it? I'm fairly certain it's been in beta since forever. But the circumstances about this city are far more complicated than any of us foresaw. Chef, seeing as you've been in County Hillock for so long, how do you feel about the people here? For 3-4 years, still beta. But hasn't it basically been in the game since the beginning of the game? Because I'm fairly certain even the early trailers still showed, like, you know, dorm stuff. Nothing unusual to me. If you put a Terran in front of me right now, I wouldn't fancy them much different from a Victorian anywhere else. To tell the honest truth, if life's not bad, who'd want to make trouble all the livelong day? It's kind of reached a point now where I feel as though the base building being beta is more so just like an actual in-universe thing of, well, the base still needs building up or something. But I feel like that would be the wrong message to give, so I'm assuming they're sort of just doing something. Yeah, first version of the game was just Arknights Dorm, where you'd build nice dorms around a jukebox and listen to music. The fighting was added later. Quite a few wear ideals on their sleeves, but only a minority ever take them to heart. Most just care about filling their stomachs, and if they're full, they can care about the purse too. Right you are. I can barely imagine Damien Barry caught up in the Spectre Force either. Did they say either or did they say either? Like, I can't remember. In my eyes, him and the locals were all normal people. Scared stiff, begging for forgiveness the moment they're arrested. Coming together when a loved one dies, just so they can fall to pieces and weep. I don't know what accent I'm giving her anymore. It's some bastard child of Scottish and Northern Irish. I don't even know why I'm still trying, I just find it funny at this point. They're nothing like trained soldiers at all. What you're saying is exactly what I'm worried about. Colonel Hamilton? Colonel Hamilton might have been spouting more than just alarmist talk. When ordinary people take up weapons, voluntarily or not, the disaster we then face will be the likes of which Victoria hasn't seen for a very long time. Yeah, the last thing we need is another reunion. Saoirse. I don't know how any of those words make Saoirse, but it makes Saoirse. Or letters, I should say. Afternoon, Saoirse. Lucky me, I was just about to go find you at the newspaper. You said the name right. It took me a moment, because every time I see that, I want to say like Soise or Soiros or something. And it's like, no, it's Irish, it's not French. None of the letters actually pronounced the way they should be. What's wrong, Saoirse? Were you just crying? Janie, no, I'm alright. I'm perfectly fine. Pull the other one. Your eyes are all puffy, and your face is pale as sheets. The Saoirse I know would never be caught in the streets looking this ghastly. Something gave you a nasty shock, didn't it? Who bullied you? Was it that soldier from last time? I'll help you think of something. There has to be something. No, Janie, don't you fuss. He hasn't come bothering me again. It's... I don't know how to put it. Come on, deep breaths. It's me right here. Your very good friend. You're safe now, I promise. Janie, why? Why are you one of them? What are you talking about, Saoirse? I don't understand. Saoirse looks like Haru from Persona 5. I vaguely know who you're referring to. Kind of. If it's the person I'm thinking of, then I can kind of see it. I don't want you to get hurt. You're the best friend I have. And you're a good person. I'm good too, right? My ma, da, cousin, aren't we all good people? Your cousin Barry? You mean Damien Barry? I'm so sorry, I wasn't fast enough. It's not your fault, and I don't think it's mine. I just want to live life peaceful. I don't want to see any more people I care about die. Cry it out, Saoirse. I'm here with you. Seeing a loved one pass on and still having to manage your work, it's too much pressure on you. Here, lean on my shoulder. It'll be more comfortable. That's okay. Thank you, Janie. I'm much better just seeing you. I understand what I have to do now. Oh. What? That's red flag. What do you mean? This is for you. Is this an address? I could give you a few names too, but there's no need. I don't want to put you in even more danger. Oh, okay, thank God. For a moment, the I know what I must do now made me think, oh no, you're going to do something bad, and no, I think she's just actually given us a tip. Which, well, that could go bad for her, but hopefully not. Hopefully that is a good thing. This address should be enough. You can hand it to someone you think's reliable. Your Sergeant Major, or maybe another officer, like Uncle Lewis. Okay, so family member also. Wait, Lewis is Kelly, right? Captain Kelly? I think it was Lewis Kelly. I can't quite remember. Hello, Chris. How you doing? Karma, character says anything nice, Karma, that's a red flag. To be fair, it's not so much that it's a nice thing, it's more so, I know what I must do now. Like, that line can either be a good or bad thing, and with it being Arknights, my mind automatically goes with, like, oh no, she's gonna do a Misha. Let's be real, Cara. It's such a big red flag, it gets carried over the red square. Yes. I know there's people around asking about Damien. They want to be clear what it is we're plotting. Plotting? Saoirse, even you? I'm not sure. You can believe me or not, I've only been responsible for passing on some info some ways. A few notes stuck between book pages, one or two hidden signals in the Hillock Evening News' classifieds? Classifieds? Is that like some sort of word search? I used to think this was for making everyone safer. I didn't twig what dreadful things they're scheming. Not until the dispatch I just heard by the chief editor. Never mind that. I'm not trying to justify myself or even repent. What's important is that you stop them as soon as you can. Alright, I will. Of... I'm sure of who I should give this to. She'll fairly treat you all. More than anyone else would. Saoirse, don't be scared. Everything will be alright. I wonder who the she is. Is that going to be Bagpipe, maybe? Unless there's another member of the Hillock squad that she's referring to. Alright, Janie, I trust you. Remember, it's 8 PM. Hold on to this address tight. East side of the statue at District 10. Third alleyway on the left. There's a bookshop there with a flower pot by the door. The yellow rose. Found it! Oh, I wonder if this is a bookshop next to the Chippy. To Bagpipe. Okay, what's Bagpipe? Do I just leave it under the flower pot like this and call it done? A loose brick right there. Exactly like they said this morning. This really is an unusual way of receiving your letters. Friend from Londinium, I hope you can be of help to Saoirse and all of us. Boss, someone left a new slip downstairs, under the yellow rose. Bring it in. A yellow rose? So it's for me. That was fast. I couldn't even maintain the accent there, Jesus. The informer you mentioned before? Aye. She's a soldier from the barracks too, but I can assure you, leader, she's warm-hearted. She's good. I hope you've gotten an eye for people. No worries. No, what was that? No worries. My eyesight's always been brilliant. What does it say on the slip? 109 Dan Street. Tonight, 8 PM. That's all. Dam Street? It's the boundary between districts 10 and 11. It rings bells for me. It's Baron Bolton's estate. Oh, they have funding from people of power. Well, I suppose that makes sense. Looks like there's an important meeting tonight. Bagpipe, we should go. Well, time to get crash a party, I guess. This is where you were. That's right. Sipping hot tea, skimming the paper, doing things befitting a woman of my age. Phew, strong wind kicking up. Found what you're looking for? Okay. You speak Irish? When you want to find tomorrow, you go meet with yesterday. You can speak Terran? Can't speak much at all. What you hear is what you get. Just showing off what I learned. Hard to believe. Oliver was right. You are an incredible one. You get a nice rush the first time you impress someone, but there's diminishing returns on the second and third round. But nobody at our office even knows how to speak Terran. How long have you guys been working here? I suppose you don't really need to learn the secondary language if the local language is Victorian. Considering your backgrounds, that's reasonable. Oliver grew up in a middle-class household in North Londinium with family roots in Gaul. Oh, blimey. He lives upstairs from the office these days, taking some time off every year to go back and see his wife and children. Fred's more or less an apprentice from County Peninsula. He's got a bunch of brothers and one little sister. And the whole family gets along like a charm. Will's a local. His clan moved decades ago from a fixed village nearby, and his Terran blood's probably from his paternal grandmother. Okay. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I suppose there's also that. I was kind of thinking more in general, like just, throughout the past, because I'm assuming this thing with Dublin and all that is not, like, super long. Like, it seems like it's something that's boiling over more recently, so I assume it's not always been like that. But I don't know. That was just my general assumption based on how things are heating up. Also, all this backstory is for these individual characters that don't exactly have their own faces is kind of it's concerning me. You've looked at our data. Do I look like the type who does homework? Not my style. Then, how do you know? Language. Name, pronunciation, wording, tone, and even where you pause. Language tells a keen ear more than you could ever guess. Oh, so you just did the Sherlock Holmes thing. I heard about how Sancta... Oh, I heard about how Sancta... I heard about how Sancta Extraordinary are. About how extraordinary Sancta are? But I never figured... really, it's just a hobby of mine. Typo. Okay, yeah, I was convinced for a moment I was going mad. I'm like, am I misreading this several times? It's not uncommon for me to do so. But so I had to like slow down for a moment, read the whole sentence, and realize yes, that is indeed the other way around. It's rather nice that they're starting to make the NPCs their own individual characters with names and goals. Yes, it just makes me feel like this office is going to die when shit goes down. Because that's like a common trope when you get like the faceless people suddenly have like stories of their own, and we care for them, and then yeah. Again, I'm very pessimistic in this game. This is one of the few games that I'm this pessimistic over. Anyhow, language itself holds a special significance to some folks. Why else would the Terrans have cared so much about digging a sample of their own language out of a pile of old books? You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Half a decade ago, barely any Terrans regularly spoke it. Okay, there it is, yeah. Okay, so half a decade ago, barely any Terrans regularly spoke it. So they're definitely stamping it out. I'm wondering if it's something that they've done at Force or if that's more recent, and before that it was more so not teaching it in schools and things like that. Which is quite a common thing. A lot of places have done that. For example, in Spain, you only have Valencian and Catalan that's mainly taught in schools these days. Also, Galician, I think, maybe not so much, and Basque. But everything else is pretty much gone because the local areas just didn't want to keep it around, and they sort of not allowed it to be taught in places and things. Basque? Yeah, Basque country, basically. northernmost of Spain. Kind of had its own Northern Ireland moment at one point in history. And you? You've probably heard it in me. I'm not a Terran. My wife was. Was. She only taught me a word or two while she was still alive. Ah, there it is. Yet nowadays you see that gradually dying language all over the newspaper. Plus, I just overheard someone outside the window teaching kids how to call each other in Terran. Wait, why would it be in the newspaper? Until you mentioned it, I never noticed. A language binds the people together tighter than most things. A language doesn't get diluted over time like bloodlines do, and it doesn't get weighed on the same scales of cost-benefit analysis like everything else does. Looks like there's some out there who want to exploit those ties, bring back together the community that's been loosening away, but with that, the gatherings that already were lose their stability. Because Twitter didn't exist in Terra. Yeah, but they said that the language is seen in the newspaper, right? Unless I misread that again. Yeah, it's all over the newspaper. Okay. I'd have thought the local government would have made sure the newspapers weren't printing it. Victoria won't just sit back and let this play out right under its nose. And yet, the harder you pull, the harder the backlash will snap. You all know why I came, don't you? Actually, I'm not that sure. I just feel like you wouldn't need to bother an elite operator to go fetch data in person. Numbers on paper don't mean a thing against seeing it with your own two eyes. Put it that way, I really am here fetching data. Just not the data from the office. Could you just tell me one more time, in the last 6 months, how many local businesses suspended collaboration with us? 7. Oh. That's 3 on top of last month's report. In modern Victoria, when any wind stirs the grass, it's the big merchants' wallets that feel it first. I need to head out and get a few more eyeballs of this place. Make it before the city gets drowned under dirty rain. Interesting. I wonder why businesses are ending their thing with Rhode Island. Is it that they could be Terran businesses and they're kind of not wanting any outsiders? Or is it people are pulling away because they're being threatened to? Maybe because Terran literature became popular. That is true. There's a possibility that Terran literature becoming popular makes it difficult to censor. But I feel like you'll just reprint it in Victorian. Yeah, I saw this bit. Leader, you've had your eyebrows wrinkled ever since the morning. We don't have much time to go. This Spectre Force move is inconsistent in ways with past incidents. Their execution was covert before, rapid. Every time we fought to chase them, we'd find the leads wiped clean. But now... Oh, like they finished knitting the jumper and just tossed the yarn ends on the floor. Barely an idea how to... Fucking Christ. My Reading is bad today. Barely any idea of how each end is linked to. And moreover, these leads have all cut off at County Hillock. It's not just you. I'm feeling trapped as all heck here too. All heck? This city's just a pressure cooker sealed shut. The residents, the barracks, everyone's twitchy. And people are getting up in arms everywhere and anytime. I am slowly going more towards Irish. It's really weird. Everyone's waiting for when the first bolt strikes. But if it does truly strike, what will this city... No, what will Victoria become? Leader. Someone's tailing us. So they are. See that alleyway to the west? Understood. Hey, stop where they are. Oh, come on, you again? You just keep getting yourself in trouble. Eh? Oh, hold on, what? It's... Burn? How do you say that? I have never seen that word before. If you're gonna make me try the accent, at least don't throw random words at me. It's a little... I'm just gonna say burn. Air. Burn. Hold on. What? It's a little burn. And you look kind of familiar too. Oh, were you there when you saw the guy get punched? No, you came afterwards. Ow. Sorry. I'll let go now. I thought it'd be some baddie following us. Ball. You dropped your ball, so you came here to pick it up. It's Scottish Northern English. Okay. Alright, I never actually heard that word before. Interesting. I suppose I've never been in the context in which you would hear that word before, I suppose. I'll ask you to head home now. It's not safe out here. Your mum and dad will be worried for you if you go running all over. That couldn't be the one tailing you if it was just looking for his ball. You would have walked quite a bit before going into the alley, surely. I doubt. I think you are still being followed, but not by the kid. False alarm, leader. Just one child? No, that doesn't seem quite right. It wasn't just one person following us. And the fact they could go several streets without us noticing means they definitely have experienced tailing. Did you see anyone out of the ordinary just now, when you hit up high? If I have to say, there was a street not far away with a particularly bright ring. Caught a glimpse of it. Sancta? I'll laugh if it turns out to be... Okay. Didn't even let me finish. Let me get a piece of cake and this apple pie. Maybe there's something with Sancta and apple pie. And I'll have some of those cookies too. Ma'am, they're called biscuits. Tough call. Warfarin has been telling me to lay off the sweets. Hey there, quick question. Which of these cakes is the sweetest? Like you don't know? Come on, you've been in County Hillock for a while, haven't you? Yeah, if I had to guess, probably over 3 years of service. Who are you? Calm down, I could tell. And the nice folks you're following sure could too. Oh ho ho! Okay, so that is the same person. That's not just an NPC, right? That is the same person as before. Oh shit, do you know who you're talking to right now? That can be a bit unfortunate if you're warning, if it turns out you're tipping off someone you shouldn't be. Your cover's blown anyway. Why don't you try some of this apple pie I bought? It's good, I'm telling you. You weird, mad sanctor. Where'd you come from? Why are you trying to get in my way? Biscuits are the non-sweet ones where I'm from, and cookies are the ones we have chocolate chips in. Yeah, in the UK, at least where I used to live in the UK, biscuits are just biscuits. Like, maybe you'll call things like chocolate chip cookies, cookies. But that's mainly just because, you know, those are known for, like, coming from America, or that's, like, the stereotype of them. But typically, you'll just say biscuits for most things that are like that. Me? I'm not. I'm just passing by. I mean, you've got a lot of ammo pouches for someone passing by. Team 12. Target lost. But judging by the direction they've disappeared, it's likely they're heading to the damn street. Alright, I understand. I'll bring them straight away. We'll check through one by one. I'm warning you, Sanctor. If it's not yours to meddle, don't meddle. Warning me? Oh, she's really giving me, do you know who I am? If I had a nickel for every time I heard that, you know, I ain't exactly used to walking around unharmed. Okay, now I'm wondering which country in Terra uses nickels here. Colombia, maybe? I've got no time to listen to you talk big. Oh, did it say unarmed? Oh yeah, unarmed. Huh. Yeah, I got no time to listen to you talk big. Soldiers, we're moving. What a... I'm confused. Whose soldiers are they? They can't be the Victorian soldiers, surely. That's got to be the Dublin. But why are they so fucking stupid if that's the case? Why are you just radioing in front of someone who called you out? Like, that just doesn't seem right. Like, yeah, even if you have been sussed out by someone, you don't just flat out... You continue with the act and move it away, especially if the person isn't outright ringing the bell. They probably thought it's just one sanctor. Yeah, but they're in public. Like, the shopkeeper's there, there's other people. They could have just continued playing it off or just, you know, tried to steer the conversation away. Because, like I said, Outcast wasn't exactly ringing the bell. She wasn't... She was just talking to him one-on-one. But then this guy goes off, making himself even more suspicious, calling radio, not sending any sort of random signal or anything. Like they don't seem to have any sort of. It's like once the cover's blown, they're just all out. Like what? Like have some tactic, man. I'm not entirely sure why I'm. I don't know why I care. They're the bad guys, but still. It's. What if they're doing that as a lure? That could be the case. That would be quite smart if that was the case. Act dumb, bring them in, but... You can breathe now, shopkeep. All soldiers are gone. Oh, the soldiers are all gone. Soldiers. Mind bagging up these sweets for me? I got some folks back at the office who ought to try them. After all, it's about time I called all my little friends back from their field work. I'm still kind of concerned. I hope no one's going to be sending in a pipe bomb to the Rhode Island office. You've kind of got the logo there. All over you. Oh yeah, there's a stage. Right. Oh, I don't know if I want to... I'm not going to risk it.
I'll take the lead. The rest is up to you guys.
I kind of want to use Stainless and Puzzle together, but I just don't want to... I don't want to risk it on stream. It's, I don't know why. It's... I don't know why I'm so nervous about it. I can play however I want to, but... Okay, these aren't too bad. I could literally just do that. Well, maybe not. Yeah, maybe not. Yeah, I'll do that. Actually, let this work. I might...
Curbing the enemy's weak points post-haste.
How does this work? When skill is equipped, device gives an ally operator 1 SP every 3.5 seconds. 40... Okay, so it's a device. So that's a device you spawn, I'm assuming. But it sounds like you're on the floor. Okay, I can put you behind. Like this, right? The second is during the skill. But I'm not sure how I want to do this. I'm just going to do it this way.
Good place for me.
Okay, it is. Ah. Okay. Okay, so that was bad positioning then. Okay, what I might do then... Oh, that's unfortunate. This.
Who needs healing?
So I need to do that anyway. You can place them anywhere. Whoa. Do they get attacked? They do. Okay. They get targeted, but not... Okay.
That's a stab.
That's unfortunate.
Fight for Londinium! Victory for Londinius!
Right, okay. They lose HP every time. Oh, they're not getting targeted. Okay, never mind. Okay, I'm just gonna do this now.
I am fighting for more than just the law. Also the
I just want to stop them there.
Doctor, face me! Come on, get it together.
I do really like his Ian voice as well.
together!
1, 2, 3. Okay. There's still a few coming.
No matter what, can crimes be punished through methods outside of the law.
Come on, c'eri quasi, tesoro!
Okay. I'll definitely need to look into how this works a bit better. I could probably put more down. Maybe that's it. Maybe it stacks up as well. I'm not sure if it does. Bottom's not doing anything because of the left side. No, I'm just keeping them there to... I was just testing
The
this.
intel work began long before.
That's sort of what I was doing. I've just got them there. That's why I've got... That's why I had them over there to stop the distraction, so to speak. Let's use that.
Face me!
Mission accomplished.
So it was pointless having them there, but it was more so just so that I could see how it was working. Oh. Is that the, Did you try Stainless's skill? I did. Unfortunately, I wasn't actually paying attention at that point. I popped the skill and then I started focusing on other things and I didn't quite catch what was happening. Is this the green-haired cat? Was it green or was it, like a blonde? I can't quite remember now. No? Okay. Wildly ambitious Baron. I like that they're using the same... I like that they're using the same, sprite as the other overly ambitious guy. Honourable lady, I'm most privileged to inform you the dinner party is all ready. So slow. You aristocrats. Taking your sweet time with everything you do. You're a nightmare. Oof. It was my inadequate reception. Please permit that I express to you my most sincere apologies. You can save your breath. How many will be coming today exactly? All of County Hillock's fine minds have received the invitation, including our most widely celebrated bard as of recent, Seamus Williams. Seamus or Seamus? Seamus. Seamus. I'm saying Seamus. I like how every time a character is not properly shown, they always light up the 5. Yeah. Yeah, they don't even want you to look up at the head. It's immediately like, you know, look over there, look down here. Bard? I'm bored dead already. What about the nobles and merchants you promised to find? Of course, of course. They'll all be coming too. Okay, maybe the address wasn't a meeting with the Dublin, and maybe the Dublin are targeting the meeting here. For example, the leader within the South region's textile industries, Sir Paulet. The smaller Paul. Sorry, that was stupid. Recipient of the McCarthy Prize, Dr. Bashir, and the owner of more than 10 steelworks, Mr. Evans. Isn't Dr. Bashir the character in Star Trek Deep Space Nine? Oh, these people you mention, especially that last one, they're definitely coming? Star Trek, yep. Okay, good. I thought that seemed very familiar. Yes, and a portion of them have already arrived. I hear a most honourable guest has turned up, and quite a few celebrity intellects from other cities have come flocking too, all for a single glimpse of you and your compatriots' presence. Is the wine industry guy, the big aristocrat guy, is he going to be here? It sounds like something that he'll be here for. Oh yes, and as per your request, I've drawn up this list of names for your perusal whenever you should. Let's be real, he will be, of course. Bit too many words, but you've done good enough work. Alright, you can head off now. Deeply grateful for your generous praise. Once you're ready, please inform me. I simply cannot wait to see this ordinary little parlour of mine be brightened by your arrival. Dazzlingly brightened. That is a difficult word to say. Why are you still here? Weren't you done talking? Please allow me to ask one question. Last question. That most honourable lady there, have we even a sliver of a chance that she might alight on the venue too? That's not yours to ask. Clear off. I wonder who the honourable lady is. Oh, the one I thought you were. What the fuck is that name? Mandragora. Mandragora. That sounds like a name you'd hear in Harry Potter. Harry Potter? Harry... Ah, yes. Harry Potter. The second most famous story to come from Britain after Doctor Pooh. What I meant to say was, it sounds like a name you'd hear in Harry Potter. Or hell, it sounds like a spell you would hear in Harry Potter. Mandragora. I don't know. I'm assuming it's probably linked to the mandrake, maybe. It is a magical root plant with a mouth. When you pull it out, it will scream very loud. Alright, yeah. The mandrake, yeah. Clips. Oh, please, please post that in the Discord. I need more short content. God. Can't believe I said that. Can't put away the sangria bucket. But it's fruity. Just like me. Anyway, God. I can't believe I said that. Fucking Harry Potter. Jesus. Okay. Mandragora, what has you feeling all flustered? Oh, you are blushing as well. You're even holding a wand. Less of that tongue-in-cheek. Giving me reflux. We all know you'd never really give a shit about anyone. Harmony, not hum. Harmony. Not the words I thought we was going to say. Not what I originally read. No, it is harmony. What is happening? Oh, I've got tears. Oh, okay. This is probably nowhere near as funny to everyone else as it is to me. I just don't know why it keeps happening one after the other. Sigh. Then I'll have to put it another way. You've been blocking my light with your half-wit ambling. I'd like to finish reading this lovely novel, dear. How could you misidentify them, Karma? clearly two big differences they have. One's got bigger ears than the other. The other's got bigger wand than the other. It's Leviosa, not Leviosa. Mandragora is the scientific name. Right, okay. But I meant as a name for the thing you'd call Mandrake. Did you read Harry Potter or did you only watch the movies? I only watched the movies. It was one of those books where I couldn't really get into it in terms of the reading for some reason. Are all of you rich people like this? Hang instruments up a wall, buy a few books, act like you're filling the windows so nobody notices how you've got nothing at all in your head. Oof. Also, people hang instruments on their wall, even if they're not rich. What a strange thing to... How expensive are instruments in Arknights? Unless she's like hanging up a grand piano, because that would be an odd flex. I'll take having a window to fill over having nothing or anything inside or out, wouldn't you say? You... Now, you're not happy to calm down for a while. I see. How about this? If which foot forward first bothers you so much in this ball, you know nothing... Oh, in this ball you know nothing about, I can be your lead for the dance. Why do I feel like you're flirting? What complete shit are you on about? I'm thinking of bigger things. With this many nobles and merchants coming, if we can get their support, then find just occupying one scant little hillock. Oh, then forget. Why did I say 4? Then forget just occupying one scant little hillock. We could snatch the whole of Londinium. Okay, these are definitely... Are they Dublins? Or from something? I'm assuming they're not on our side. I do remember the creepy faces these people were giving. One of them was giving anyway. Mandragora, time to hold still. At this point, can't you just let that grotty book of yours go? Do you even think for 1 second about anything important to the leader or me? I'm not saying anything about your oh-so-helpless gait. I'm saying, take your roller coaster babble and hold it still. And all that absurdity you're exhausting your little brain with too. These two, either they do not get it along at all, or they like each other but are constantly throwing shit at each other. Mandra did a creepy face. Right, there we go, yeah, I couldn't remember which one. You, telling me to hold it now? As if I could. Laying out and assigning roles, swallowing my sick to set this meeting up. How much of me do you think I've got poured out for this plan? I couldn't wait since forever ago. I can't wait. For Dublin's fires to burn this city through, rip this lie of a titan under our feet apart. There we go, there's Dublin. Yeah, true, I can always say Mandy. For some reason I can't say the second R, I can say Mandragora. I don't know why I do that. And you, huh? You and that shameless fake taking what should be the glory of the leader. Now, is this leader the Baron, or is this leader her, the woman with the dragon stuff? It is really, really time for you to shut up now. At what point was your job to make decisions for the leader? Oh, wait. The Baron's a bloke, I'm assuming, so leader's probably Dragon Girl. Tch. It's me. Yes, we're still here. Oh. Things have gotten a little interesting at long last. Seems we've no need to scrap in here about whether your little schemes of insolence are feasible or not. Is it news from that bastard? Someone sniffed out this location. I have a feeling it'll be more than your friendly little invitees coming to this meeting tonight. People from the army? More or less. My. Maybe some of my acquaintances too. Ooh. Does Horn and the gang already know her, maybe? No, they only just got to Hillock. God on high, I want to put away your staff. You'll get your chance, but it won't be now. Oh, the ears drooped. The ears drooped after she said not now. It's time we go. We've got other things to do. Leave it to her in here. Her again. We might be in for a good show before we know it. Oh, and the ears went back up. I was starting to fantasize about how it'd look if this horrible room broke down into slag. Leader, I didn't imagine slipping in would be as easy as this. Here I thought we'd have to find a way to infiltrate. Not out of the question. That said, go in the proper way, and it's more convenient to let to find a conversation partner. I guess my friend at the barracks got some real precious information. Can't be that many who know about this meeting. I feel like this is a trap. Or not a trap, well yeah, a trap, but not for Horn and Bagpipe. I feel like it's a trap for everyone. Like, I don't think those people are meeting to plan Dublin shit. I feel like all those important people are probably going to get axed. Unless it's just a lot of high people in high places involved in Dublin, which I can kind of understand, but not in one place, surely. And I suppose if that is the case, maybe that's why the army's been struggling so much. A lot of secret aristocrat parties are held this way. They usually think of invitation letters as passé. So as long as you have a channel to tap for info, plus a token as proof of identity, you have what you need to pass the doorstep. You speaking from experience, Horn? Oh yeah, your dad is someone. Yes, Karma, that is accurate. Her dad is indeed someone. You never told me your family was all big and famous nobility. Does it make a difference? When I was in school, the noble students always stuck with their own. Of course, they studied together, but after school they never did much with the rest of us, if they could help it. I mean, normally at this point, the nobles would be officers and you'd be left in the dust. Maybe Victoria doesn't do that. That'd be interesting if they don't. That was a very big thing for the British military at the time. tell me you actually like all the pomp and formality. Ceremonial gowns you only wear once, a trending look changing every week. Courtesy greetings ad nauseum. Don't even remind me. Actually, went to that kind of thing once or twice with a good friend. And just trying to remember which fork you used to eat first made my head went to explode on the spot. That, I can kind of... That is a mood. I've done that before, and it is, annoying. Little spoon for this. Perfect. I'm not much of a fan either. Even if I'm loath to admit it, just having this family name does come in handy once in a while. Leader, the people coming in today, are they all supporters of this Spectre Force? I don't necessarily think so. Oh, well, there's one of them. Hang on, just... Mr. Williams, I finally get to meet you. I've heard you were... Oh, I heard you were coming, and came bolting right over from County Peninsula. Just to ask if you could sign the anthology in my collection here. Wait, hang on. I just realised they mentioned before Seamus Williams. Wasn't that the person who wrote the Taran stuff? I thought Colonel... What was his name? Hammerlamina Hamilton. I thought he implied he killed him. Or Horn implied, or something like that. For writing that stuff. Maybe I misread that at the time. Of course, fine lady. It would be my honour. The same as my dearest great bard. Here you were. Here you were, okay. Here you were? Sounds more like there you were, or here you are. I've never heard of here you were. I don't know. I just finished reading your newly published tales from history. Such fascinating writings. It was the first I learned that us Terrans had such a grand, storied past. Thank you, but they're works of fantasy, adapted from an array of folk legends. The greatest value in my work is simply unearthing gems buried in sandstone. All the better for more to see. You truly are you truly are too modest. The Draco King Gale you penned, founding by himself the most radiant culture that was Terra. He stood grand and wise, so much so that my dreams are flush with emotion, and he's part of all of them. Fictional crushes be like. Anyway, what was I going to say? Oh yeah, so how much of Terra's history that we know of is actually true, and how much of it is just stories being used by people to drum up, you know, nationalism, I suppose. And Harry was sparkling in the sunlight, oh god. Yes, too true. In my eyes, you're alike to Lithanian's grand musicians, with the chance to make change to an entire era. I must say you exaggerate. Also, this guy, the author kind of looks somewhat looks familiar, like an actual author I've seen in the past. Maybe it's just the hat, I don't know. There's something about him, like, that just looks familiar with his face. So long as you wanted, all of Victoria's publishers would be wide open to you. Every one of them waiting to translate your works into the ink of different languages. And when that happens, every country across the land will realize our Terran culture has its own unique charm, not to be stifled by the ever-same grumble of Victoria's machines. If only things could be so wonderful. If more and more international figures come to support us, our voices will be so much more easily heard by the dukedom and parliament. When you enter a message with an emoji, YouTube often shows only the emoji and the text disappears. That is really weird. Oh, there he is. Oh, he's been upgraded to greedy businessman this time. Right you are. I'm a Victorian citizen, the same as anyone else, but just because some great-great-great-grandfather of mine was King Gale's subject, suddenly I'm being asked to pay so much more inheritance tax. How preposterous. Wait, really? Are the Terrans being taxed more? Bruh. Also, yeah, of course he would be here. Even so, Mr. Evans, you still give vigorous employ to plenty enough of our fellows, providing everyone the chance to gain a footing upon this city of grace. No wonder you and your clan are the pride of us Terrans. Quite right. Quite right. Our fellows. It's far more easy for them to find any respectable work. I hear they toil in the factories for a week, and only earn ye little coin. Is that supposed to be ye? I don't know. All the tax money food is in his belly. Yes. Yeah, just like with Reunion, you can't really blame them for actually being pissed. Oh yeah, definitely. I do like how Arknights shows you all the things that reach the trigger point. Like all of the grievances they have. But then I also like that if a group is generally bad or genuinely bad, depending on what they're like, or if they do bad things, they don't shy away from flat out saying, you know, hey, they're doing a bad thing. So I quite like it. It's like they don't go out of their way to absolve anyone of what they're doing, but at the same time they do make a good job at showing that they're not just a bunch of psychopaths that exist purely to do bad guy shit. So it's quite a good thing. Yet Victorian workers from other backgrounds are able to earn twice as much in your factories. Ooh. Allow me to say something perhaps a little out of fashion. It's far from simple to have our neighbours of strength acknowledge us, isn't it? Please, think about it. Everyone. Were it only with this music and poems, how could Lifanian become the Lifanian of today? Just as Lifanians has casters that intimidate, we Terrans must depend on more practical power if we want to gain recognition. such as the technological support of some friends from far away. Uh-oh, who could be supplying them with technology? Actually, that's quite a long list. I imagine pretty much every empire dislikes Victoria. I mean, that could be Ursa's tech, it could be Columbia, it could be Sargon, it could be people who aren't even aligned with any company. Any company, any country. And by pure luck, I have just the tiniest means by which I receive sponsorship, and I would be overjoyed to take the opportunity to let the friends of the Baron share in it. You're absolutely spot on. Any subsidy is of great importance. If you let it all pass you by, then no matter how deft your tongue, you watch for the day it dries up and lacks the power to express. From that perspective, I'm the same as everyone here. We are all yearning for a whole new era, so why not give a toast to this common dream of ours? Truly, an evening to inspire. How strange. Where did Mr. Williams get off to? Good evening, Mr. Williams. Greetings, ma'am. I hope I'm not bothering you. Are you writing? Just a small poem. It's been several days now, and I still haven't finished it. Ah, I know that feeling. I was thinking this meeting would give me some inspiration, but it seems now there's still no forcing the muse. These settings always like to use up a person's energy too quickly. Do you also feel a little worn out? Caught red-handed. If it weren't for Charles, the Baron, inviting me so ardently, I would have preferred to spend the night reading by my own fireplace. Wouldn't we all? I bet every person is willing to participate in this sort of thing is forced to for a living. I like that way of putting it. You're not a Terran, ma'am, are you? You guessed correctly. I imagine a lupo is a rare sight among residents here. Chat, I am an idiot. I've inadvertently judged your background by race. Though, you're deliberately choosing vocabulary we're more used to. Your accent still exposes you. Is that the accent only a Victorian noble receiving a standard Londinium education would have? Oh, it's not it, is it? No wonder you're a great bard. Extremely sharp. The first step to writing is observation. I can even tell you and they have differing purposes for coming. You're suspecting me? Suspecting what? I'm only here to exchange some ideas. And you're exchanging with me right now. No matter if I'm not a Terran? Precisely because you're not. I imagine you're not so convinced, then. I thought bards were singers. Bards can be anything. The stereotype of bards being a singer is more so because of Dungeons and Dragons and that, but just because you're a bard doesn't mean you have to be a singer. You could be a musician, you could be a poet, you could be an alcoholic god. But yeah, so a bard generally is just sort of a wandering entertainer. Technically speaking, Charles Dickens would have been a bard, because back back then he would tell his stories on stage. He would go onto a stage in front of a crowd and tell the stories. So, technically speaking, Charles Dickens was also a bard. But that's basically a bard. They're people who put on a performance, but they tend to travel as well. You tend not to call someone a bard if they're just in one location all the time. A glass of malt liquor, thank you. Would you like anything to drink, ma'am? I'll be fine. Standing in the window breeze is plenty enough for me. You can't write bard without bar, yes. Then we'll continue our merry chat. What were we just saying? Right, yes. Words and writing were born for the purpose of exchange, including both conservation? Both conversations past and future. And this talk between you and I, here and now. You're the one allowing for me. If you used Taran, I'd be as good as death. In this party, you'll be hard pressed to hear any Taran. Oh. All those people talking about how good it all is, they're not even that fussed about it? It just clicked for me, actually. All the works of yours I've read are written in Victorian. I like that Horn chose not to drink while on work. Yeah. Rhyming confines a poet's imagination. Characteristically, Victoria's poems, when you read them, are very unlike Lithanian's. I much love reading poems written in Old Taran. Wait, did I misread it again? Oh no, it was written in Victorian, okay. I much love reading poems written in Old Taran. Reading the writing is like touching upon, feeling another face of history. But I've no plans to pass myself off as anything. I grew up speaking Victorian, my thoughts are moulded by the language, and if I started to write in Taran instead, I'd be a clown dancing in shoes, far too big for him. I hear there are many longing for the revival of Taran culture. Of course, I'm one of them. Our city roams upon the land, this soil unchanging, yet at the same time, change constantly happens. Perhaps the day will come when Taran once again becomes the building blocks of our children's minds, and I'd be willing to embrace such transformation. And if there were those who wish this change to be rapid, but an explosion even reversive of the natural trend? What is the use of an idea? You are planting a feather in the ground, imagining it growing into a foul beast. From the first poetry anthology you published, it's one of my particular favourites. That is my answer to this question of yours. In my own view, I can't, and have no thought to alter this soil. I'm simply the one trying hard to plant feathers. So really, he basically wants to maintain the culture, the language, the practices, the history. But that's basically as far as it goes. And ideas fundamentally ought to be free, with no one who can interfere. Each feather that grows in each person's heart may be totally unalike, just as we all have different hopes for the future of this great swath of soil. I understand, Mr. Williams. Allow me to speak from the heart. It's been truly pleasant to chat with you. Oh. Oh, music stopped. Oh, sinister music. Leader, something's not right. What is it? Cello's lots have been gone for over 40 minutes without sending anything. Weren't they meant to be dealing with the troops at the barracks? You told them they were to send a message every half hour. Right as we set off, Cello was even griping at me how this mission was too boring. It's not a trap, it's a diversion. Shit's going down in Hillock. No, that's just too soon. And on top of that, don't you feel it's a little too quiet all around? I've been keeping watch of the window, ought to be able to see people going in and out of the plaza, but then all of a sudden it was like something happened and everyone scarpered away. Don't tell me. The ones tailing us before were the barracks. I was right the first time. They weren't Dublin, they were Hillock soldiers. That's why they were idiots. Because they were confident enough in their area. They didn't care about exposing themselves by talking on the radio in front of everyone, because no one was going to... Because it wasn't the same as a criminal outing themselves. I mean, the soldiers are still dumb as bricks, but still. The ballroom doors are kicked open without warning. Dozens of soldiers, armed to the teeth, come charging in. What was that sound? That didn't sound like an actual scream. Good heavens, what's happening? Why does sudden show of force? Oh no, the wine cellar guy's gonna get arrested. You have the audacity to point weapons at me? Do you understand who we are? Who is it? Who let the secret out? Damn and blast! We need to get out of here quick. Hurry, go inform Madam Mandy. Just say we've got trouble. What? You mean they're all gone? When did this happen? A whole hour ago? You useless. All of you, stay where you are. Villain. Villain. I don't care if Dublin are the main villains. Villain. This guy's a villain. I don't even care about all the bullshit he said earlier. The way he just wears the jacket screams villain. Have you ever seen... How many characters do you know of who wear a jacket like this without having their sleeves in, end up being a good guy? They're almost always trying to emulate the other people, let's just say. Also, yeah, the scowl. I like the pose, very commanding. Oh yeah, definitely does a good job. But ladies and gentlemen, yes, no mistake, you have been utterly captured.
Man, those guys were weak. I regret not giving them a few whacks with the staff here.
Ah, shit. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Ah. 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 Oh. Oh, that doesn't look good. Alright, another choke point. Whew, okay. Isn't that bit there the Rhode Island office? If so, they've kind of got a big problem there. Ah. In the wake of a surprise attack, the ghosts climb out of the ashes. I have a feeling this stage is going to be difficult. Well, I mean, it's a red stage, so obviously it's going to be difficult, but I mean, I feel like it's going to be harder than I'm expecting it to be. I don't know who to swap out, so I'm just going to keep it like this for now. Colonel. We meet again, Scamandros. You don't seem one bit surprised. Surprised? No, from the first I met you, I have not been one bit surprised. You were bound to mingle with this rabble, simply because of that cheap sympathy you learned from your noble etiquette classes. You shadowed us? I'd rather term this rational management. Regardless of anything, I must thank you. If it weren't for you leading the way, I wouldn't have such a sublime opportunity to net all these rot-eating vermin in one fell swoop. You can easily say Scamandros, but not Mandragora. I'm not sure what it is. I can say stuff beginning with S a little bit easier than that one. And I think it's also the R. Because the R is so slim, that's the bit that I misread. Whereas with Scamandros, you don't get the R until the end. You hide fairly deep most of the time, don't you? I confess I'm quite curious. What made you so audacious as to gather up? Could it be that the outcomes of your last few pathetic, negligible sneak attacks, you mistakenly believed County Hillock was already under your control? You were the one badgering on about how many people died, so I guess you don't get to talk about negligible attacks. Colonel, sir, I believe there may be some misunderstanding at play here. That is wrong, Baron Bolton. There is no misunderstanding between us whatsoever. I am pristinely clear about your confidential, lowly dealings. It's only some of my good friends and family gathered here today. That I can guarantee on my very name. Shut it kindly, good sir. The honour you've inherited from your ancestry purchases nothing in my eyes. You have some nerve saying that. The one who's dishonouring your so-called noble reputation isn't me by far. Who are they? Revelling in the position and wealth Victoria accords them, then turning to secretly collude with the most lowly rebels of them all. Oh, this is out-and-out slander. I'm starting to be sick of this blather now. You rabble should behave as the rabble outside, weeping in the light of the blaze while you confess your own wrongdoings. Just as he said, from outside the window comes wails and cries, glass reflecting speckled points of fire. The military is attacking and rounding up the citizens outside. Leader, look outside. It's not just in here. He's got the talents from the whole block surrounded too. He's not exaggerating at all. He's countering ordinary residents with military force. I've been outside that street before. A huge portion of them are elderly and children. With methods suddenly this radical, it seems there's some other information he has a hold on. He's very likely to have hidden intel about the Spectre Force from us. Nothing from Triangle? No comms at all since afternoon. Flip, why are you just using random like euphemisms? You're Scottish. Go full on, call him a cunt or something. Flip, could something have happened to them? There's no point in worrying. What's more pressing right now is we should hold the troops back as much as we can. We can't stay trapped in here, at least. You, the Voiver over there. You are not to think of breaking out through the wall before my questioning bears fruit. No one is allowed to leave this room. Ugh, he spotted me. Family-friendly bagpipe. The only Scotsman to be family-friendly. The only PG-13 Scotsman. Or the only PG Scotsman. Come out. I see you. No movement. I want you to be kneel. I want you to be kneel. I want you to kneel here and behave. Is anyone else in your home? Speak up. No. You're not hiding anyone? I'll see for myself. Listen, so long as I see you move a muscle, no matter what you're trying at, I'll immediately shoot your head off though. Fucking... What are you doing? Who are you, coming from nowhere and running in front of my crossbow? Watch your own head. Wait, hold on. I recognize you. You're that honor guard from Adam's group, aren't you? I saw you at the New Year do. Your group didn't get any order to move. What are you doing here? I have another assignment nearby I'm on. Fine then. Each to their own. Don't you start getting in my way. That lass called Bagpipe told me I could step forth too. Change the situation. Can I though? I have to try at least. Did they do something wrong to be treated this rough? You're asking me? Why don't you go ask them? What are you crying for? Wasn't it you lot harboring thugs, giving them food and drink, feeding them information? Do you have evidence? Evidence? Do you want evidence? Do the wounds on the 9th and 13th count? Each one of their bodies still warm? Some died by eerie Reginium arts. Some died by makes of crossbows and sabres identical to the ones we carry. And some had traces of their necks left behind by farming tools. Are you not going to question the fact that there's Victorian military grade weaponry being used here? You're immediately going to the Tarrans, but you're not questioning the fact that your soldiers seem to be getting hurt by your own soldiers' weapons? Our heads cut off with threshers like wheat. Bodies crushed thin and flat by tractors like ploughing land. Have you ever pictured that, the devastation? That's right. You should want to puke. I saw with my own eyes and I recognized that head used to belong, who that head used to belong to. And for an entire afternoon I puked. I couldn't stop. Why would they treat their own like this? This is too cruel. Damn right you are. Behaving never suited them. Damn right they are, right? No, you are. Now you understand this serves them right, don't you? What are you still blanking out for? So, these are all bad people, just because they're Terrans? I haven't done a thing, sir. She's crying. Her husband already passed away from oropathy. and her child is only pushing 10. Is someone bereft like this really going to be a murderer? How have they not gone through to you? They are all one kind, do you understand? Even if this woman and her child haven't done anything yet, they're all together in this. If it wasn't a Terran in front of you all, but some other Victorian citizen, would you still insist on treating them all as thugs? Cunt. I'm just saying, if, from the very beginning, there were never those discriminatory laws, if Terrans could have earned as much as anyone else, gotten the same chances at healthcare, wouldn't none of this conflict have ever happened? Alright, Guard of Honor. If you love asking questions so much, keep asking. There won't be an answer. Nobody's got any way of answering you. I'm essentially done searching this house net by now anyway, so it's on to the next one. Hey, I said I was going. Not that you could stand up. Don't take me. Craig can't be without me. Shut it with all the sobbing. Wailing about your child all day long just so I can go all soft on you, is it? Just let her go. Ugh, you... Fine. I'm busy anyway. I can afford to ignore this woman. But just to warn you, you might be protecting them now with all your kind heart. But be careful they don't blow you to sky high without blinking the moment your head is turned. Don't you forget, after all, you and them aren't the same kind. Have you seen the looks in their eyes before? In their eyes, no matter how you behave, you'll always be one of us. Just go, please. Don't say I didn't warn you. Phew. You've not been harmed, no? It's lucky. After me and Saoirse talked, I couldn't shake this nervous feeling I had. And I had come back to take a look. So it really can be a bit of use to stand up. Come on, I'll help you back inside. For tonight, no. Tomorrow as well. Don't go out, please. There's ruffians outside, as well as... At any rate... What do you mean? The soldiers are the ruffians at this point. Won't be as safe for the next few days. Right. And where's your boy, Craig? He's not at home? Craig, he's been taken away by the soldiers, hasn't he? I don't know. I need to go and find him. I've got a really sinking feeling in my gut. Hill! Colonel, we've just apprehended this one in the corridor outside, right as he was attempting to dive out of the window. I'm sorry. Let me guess. This boy is a follower of yours, preparing to send word to somebody or other? I want a lawyer. I know the mayor and quite a few members too. Let me go. You have no authority to keep us held like this. It seems my guess was dead on. Every one of you has some involvement. You may speak. All I need to know is where your co-conspirators are hiding. How about this then? I'll count to 3. Don't kill me. Goodness. Why must you have me see such cruelty? You can't be doing this. Really? Scamandros, tell your subordinates. Do I have the right to be doing this? Leader. Horn, you better come in with a very big butt right now. Provisional administrative law. In the event we are unable to receive direct orders from Londinian, Colonel Hamilton is the highest acting commander of the County Hillock Barracks, and does possess the authority to impose martial law on the whole city. I know, but if he's seriously going to do this, then he's essentially declaring a formal war on the Hidden Army. I fear that one thing they've said is right. We are already situated within a war, but we barely know more than nothing about that army. We're stark open at the... and they're still in the shadows. No matter what, I don't feel now is a good timing to open fire first. Timing? They've never picked any timing when they launched attacks on us unilaterally. Colonel, even if you won't take any suggestion from our team, I still must express clear opposition to the course of action you are about to adopt. Very thankful for you one scrap of self-awareness shown. In honesty, I am not fond of doing this either. I doubt. As long as they'd left me another choice, I would never be willing to break the Empire's laws. Ah, so you admit you're going against the law here. Yet we're out of time. The hidden enemy is closing in with each step. Isn't this, as you said, Scamandros? You, too, came to drag the ghost out into the sunlight? I know Horn said that, but she is clearly hesitant and wanting to stop Hamilton. I feel like... well, this is clearly new to her. She's clearly never had to stand up to a senior rank before, because I feel like several other military characters we know of in this game would have beaten the shit out of him by now. But they've had their experience in doing so already. If we don't seize this opportunity and force all the remaining conspirators out, then we will have lost County Hillock before the morrow. You're going to lose it anyway. You've made it worse. You've made people who weren't on their side. Or you will do. Colonel, I believe the more critical the juncture, the more each step we choose will lead to divergent results. I'm sure there are many innocents among these present. You can take them away first and then... No. I have no time to squander on pointless interrogation. Right now, on this very spot, these rabblesome dregs will make clear where the worlds their members are hidden. Hill, do it. We've tarried on for long enough. Colonel, and who the hell's bloody bells are you? Hypergriff, you're really trying to find all the colourful words, aren't you? Please, arrest me. I am Baron Bolton's guest, and will know much more than any of these poor young people, rendered near unconscious. Seamus, what are you doing stepping up? Seamus Williams, you're that bard? I am, Colonel. Very good. I've been meaning to look for you. So as to keep you from continuing to incite those imbeciles of your blither. Williams, you need not fear, ma'am. I ought to thank the Colonel, for just a moment ago I worked out how my poem should conclude. Seize him. A ball? Fuck. Where have I seen this? Hill, order those posted outside to find the rabble who broke that window. No, this isn't right. Oh, sorry, that's bagpipe. There's a sound coming from the ball. Oh, maybe it's not then. It's a grenade, shit! What? Get down! I'm fine with this. Not this. Who was that? Where did you show up from? It's you lot. Go inform the Colonel double time. Wolf has run into these thugs in an alley by the square. I don't feel bad for you. Oh, look, new hilly chills from Victoria. Oh, they do kind of look... Oh. This group has been annihilated. Leader, the nearby Terran blocks have all been occupied by ours. You lot are... Wait. That's not the other woman. That's Reed, isn't it? I thought she was against the sister. Oh, interesting. It's you. You're the one we've been waiting for. You actually gave your hand to me. There'll be no one else to oppress you again. And you'll never need anyone's arm to lean on again. From this moment on, you can walk freely upon this soil by your own power. I've got the feeling Dublin is going to go from being a good, yes, sort of thing, or at least good intentions, to being bad then. From this moment on, you can walk free upon this soil by your own power. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Everything I did. It really was right. There'll be a day for us Terrans when we can have our own city, when we can walk heads held high in the streets. We'll never be given unjust treatment again. Yes, it is precisely for that day that we come. Leader, you have to see, it's the fire we lit in your service. The ballroom. According to the report, Madame Mandragora gave, the barracks top brass are all in there. However, an explosion of that scale would only give the barracks' arrogance pause. Unfortunately, it could never wipe them out. Apart from the barracks, who else is there? Some locals who will us well. They learned of some of our inside matters, and the heads' thoughts are for the overall picture. We can't leave anyone alive to tell tales. And They also said, if you won't make a move, they will themselves. This is not boding well. In the end, my fire is quicker. Tell them, I know what should be done. I'll take the ballroom. Yes, leader. Your fire will break these shackles that have chained us for centuries. Okay, good. When they said no one can know, that didn't include the civilians there. Okay. That gave me pause for concern.
Do you need me to tell you all? You seem like a pack of children at a holiday camp.
Thank you, Puzzle. Yes.
Fear not! Here I come!
Now I'm confused about these side things. I wonder if anyone's actually going to go around here. Because I really should put down one of these. Not yet. Oh, I should have used the other
leave the big
one.
guys to me.
Okay, if casters are coming up from there, then I will do this. Damn! Your range is further than I thought when I remember. Ah.
Roger. I'll charge the weak spots.
Okay, someone does go there. Okay, that's unfortunate. I like how you almost never start with vanguards. I sort of do and I sort of don't. It depends on my starting DP. Sometimes I will like just go with Gavial right away if I can put her down first, and then think of Vanguard second. The problem is the position I put her. I should have had the Vanguard there, so I should have put Gavial there and then waited and then put the Vanguard in the middle in the tile there, and then put her down. That's what I should have done. But now I've reached a point where I can't really think of anywhere to put them. But it's not too bad because... Yeah, it's not too bad, really. Ah. I could do something like this.
Just try me.
Okay, so those mini defenders are weak to ranged. Interesting. Although, to be fair, they all have low defense. If I had Courier, that would have been a good line defender. Him, not so good. He's a single block, isn't he? I can't actually see the the chat's in the way, so I can't actually see what the block is. Karma's favourite type of operator. Yeah, I don't know why I still have 3 medics. I was supposed to change it a while ago. To be fair, you already won the stage. Don't jinx me. I'm a really bad player. I do not have a second...
Doctor, face me!
Oh, I still got her skill. Why do I still have that skill on? I just want to do this for the lols.
I've got a clear shot.
She's gonna lose quite a bit of health. You know what? Heal Knights.
Ready to heal.
I just want to see if this works.
Focus fire.
No, okay, so... Wow, that did not do much.
No problem.
Let's
I'll keep that
begin.
there.
Come on, get it. You'll have to try harder than that.
I thought it might have been funny because the range was doing quite well against them, but I think that might be more so... They get buffed the more of them are together. Okay, interesting. Oh, that's going to be unfortunate.
I am fighting for more than just the law. Also the justice and virtue that extend beyond it.
Don't get yourself killed,
Okay,
dummy. I'll charge the weak spot. Relax. It'll be over in an instant.
yes,
If you
okay, I'm
want
using this
treatment,
now.
I know what you're thinking.
No matter what can crimes be punished through methods outside of the law.
Come on, Sherry, quasi tesoro.
Okay.
Be ready at a moment's notice.
I'm a really bad leader, by the way. I could have taken those people out, but I wanted them to fight until the very end. Do not put me in charge of a military. They will not come back. Or they'll come back with very heavy losses. There is no retreat here.
Who's next?
Mission accomplished.
Doctor, with you for company all the time, I start imagining I fight even better than the mercs.
God.
Don't you let me get too cocky. If Granny and Rock saw, they'd be knocking on my head with spanners.
Fucking love the accent. Ever thought about hiring up for Russia? Interesting. Oh, tutorial. What time is it, by the way? 2 hours. Okay, that's fine. We're making good time. So we've done 2 stages. Combat drill in the battlefield ruins. Learn how to make use of a city's pillar constructions when they've been wrecked by flames of war in order to... Oh, these are things that break. They are! I've seen these in... Pillar mechanics. Yeah, I've seen this in the ISs. I don't like this. I mean, I know it's a tutorial, so I'm just going to get whatever they give me, but I hope we don't come across any maps like this. Like, yikes. Today we'll be learning how to use battlefield ruins in combat. Focus, observe the terrain and enemy positions. Have they just stopped giving us blockades? like I feel like we're no longer deploying forces with logistics anymore. Yes, instructor. These enemies there, they're very close to the protection objective. What should we do? Under these circumstances, we must somehow attempt to block passage to the protection objective. Do you see those tattered pillars? They're already near collapse from taking artillery fire, and so long as you stand at a neighbouring tile to attack them, you can push them over the other way. What, no logistics? What are we, Russians? I'll try.
I'll do my best.
The tattered pillar's structural integrity is broken, its threshold entering a damaged state. Now, after a single strike, it will collapse in the opposite direction. Do you see that? Once the operator gives the tattered pillar the final attack, the pillar falls to the opposite direction from where the operator was positioned, and not only causes great damage, but creates battlefield ruins in a 2-tile range that block the enemy's advance. Oh, block this one and they'll have to go through Melantha. I said, block this one. Okay, there we go. Instructor, more enemies have shown up. I can't deal with them on my own. No need to panic. Take note, for further convenience in handling these pillars, we may also use the demolition device. Oh, that is convenient. I wish we had that in the IS. I should really rephrase what I say sometimes, because saying I wish we had these demolition devices in the IS is probably going to get me on a list. Yeah. When a demolition device is deployed next to a tattered pillar, the blast wave will collapse the pillar in a demolition device's deployment range. So it would collapse all of them. If there was like pillars all around it, they would all collapse. Okay, that's interesting. Wait, why did it... Why did it disappear? Remember, deploy operators to attack the pillars from neighboring positions. Melanthra, I'm going to come to help too. Undeployable tile. Oh! Oh. So, the undeployable tile can't physically handle... I feel like these two are going to die before this happens, though. Oh, maybe not. It seems a bit excessive.
Mission accomplished.
Yeah, a flawless victory.
Animal cruelty at its finest. I can see the advantage of pushing these two pillars down. Other than damage, I don't see the point in pushing these pillars. I can put... Oh, defenders. I'm going to swap out penance. I'm just so I can do multiple defenders. Or do I want a cheaper one? I could just go with a cheaper one, but it might depend on... That's 19, that's 17. I'm gonna go with that. Okay, so... 2 defenders, 2 guards, the usual standard thing. Well, 1 defender Lapland, 1 guard and defender. I'll have a Salish down first. Oh, I would put Salish over there just to have her out of the way, but I know there's going to be ranged units that will probably come out of those areas. Which is a shame, because that would have been quite convenient, but... It's fine, I'll have Salish behind one of the people. Oh, what did it say? The ghosts have shown in formation amidst the blaze's light, but the thief still hides behind the scenes. Interesting. Also, I heard apparently there's like 20 stages in Chapter 9. Is that true? Hide and seek. Oh, straight into battle. Okay. Convenient.
Do you need me to tell you all? You seem like
I should have had some quick deploys.
Camp.
I should have had some quick deploys. Oh well. Oh god, what am I going to want to do here? Okay, let's see where the line goes. I said, let's see where the line goes.
Within expectations.
Oh, both of them. That is not convenient at all. I wish I had put in... Why did I not put in a redeploy? That would have been... I literally saw the map as well. I should have done that. Oh well. Wait, why do I care? I can just... I've got bombs. Redeploy, yeah. What was the range of the bombs? Okay, just 1 stack. I've got 2. For now, though, I'm just going to wait. I need... Gavial's 24. And I need a cheap... So 24 and 17, that is 30... 7 plus 4 is... 31? No, 41.
take the lead. The rest is up to you guys.
Okay, and that's some healing. I'm going to do both of these ones. Yeah, I'll do both of those top ones, and then I'll use these ones to... I've done it wrong! Shit! Shit, Gummy was supposed to be on the front one. Okay,
Curbing the enemy's weak points post haste.
Oh! Why did I use you? That was the dumbest thing I've done. I forgot you've got an extra range. I need to use... What are you? Okay, melees.
I will not back down.
There we go.
Just try me. I'll charge the weak. Face me.
Gonna do that. Thank you, Exu, but that's not really necessary. You poor sod. You absolute
Can't you
buffoon.
feel the city's crumbling away?
That one guy. It was literally just like, oh boy, here I go, killing again, and just got mushed.
There we go.
This is going to be unfortunate. What was that pot shot? That was just rude.
Just try me. Relax. It'll be over in an instant.
Your orders.
I kind of
please.
don't need you right now. That's pointless. I've learned when it comes to these kinds of casters, there's no such thing as enough healing. Case in point.
Heal that wound in no time. Doctor! Just try me.
One of you needs to get a skill up. Why don't you use your guard act version of Amiya? I quite like the... I don't know. I do like guard Amiya, but I also really like the caster Amiya with the module. There we go. So it's like I like both, and I do kind of use them interchangeably depending on the mission, but I sort of default to her as a caster still. Leader, are you alright? I'm okay, but you... We're lucky you didn't jump on it this time. You reacted faster than me. At least everyone in this bit of the hole's basically fine, thanks to your shield. I couldn't protect everyone. The smoke's everywhere to go. Looks to me like the Colonel already took a light harm and they're retreating out another door. The bard. Oh, he was stood too close to the bomb. Oh, what a pity. It's not everyone who could... Oh, it's not everyone who can step forth for the others at Blade Point. He was a poet, but he had the courage to match an excellent soldier. I wish so badly he could have died with meaning. While the enemy's still outside, Bagpipe, let's evacuate the survivors. Bagpipe? Bagpipe stares blankly out the window. That's totally not menacing at all. In that single moment, it is as if the sound of battle vanishes. A tremendous energy bursts from the depths of the night. Without a flicker of a flare, from the statue to the city hall, all living beings are instantly silently snapped to ash. Wait. Hold on. Hold on for a moment. The civilians were taken out of their homes and put into the streets. And immediately after, an army seeps out from the night and the ashes without a sound. I've never, ever seen fire like this before. Oh, we have, don't worry. The head caster, who is she? Bagpipe, move away, quick. You're too close to the window. Given the energy just now, the next attack could blow straight through the walling. Yes, leader. I'm just... Help me! Hurry, help me! My leg! Immediately thought of the SpongeBob thing. My leg! Focus on rescue. Pull back for now. Shit, the Dublin people are going after everyone, aren't they? Not just the soldiers. Who is that? Oh, who was that? Are there still Victorian soldiers alive? There's your answer. It's the enemy all over. That was weird. I don't know what I said just then. By the speed of this march, the Spectre Force infiltrated the city long ago. District 11 to 17 have been occupied far too quick. Can't be. Is this the reason the Colonel went to search those blocks? We need to withdraw south of District 10. Oh, I hear machine gun fire, Jesus. The troops and the Spectre Force are doing battle there right now. Don't go off to battle. Take me back to somewhere I can hide in safety first. I can't let the heads find I'm still alive. Yep, okay. Oh, if Dublin are killing people that are just witnessing it, I hope that's not including those civilians as well. Take you back. With all this going on right now, you ought to be taken straight to prison. Lighter. Ow. That's guerrilla warfare? No, that's terrorism. The guerrilla warfare doesn't need to be targeting civilians. We've got plenty of great examples that don't, or try not to. I'll pay you. I can even gift you a city block, so long as you... Leader, can I use my own ways to shut him up? We'll ask a few more things while he's still awake. Who was that heading the casters just now? That's the leader. The Spectre Force's leader. What? Who is she? I don't know. Aren't you compatriots? You've had the absolute gall to bring people into your house all while knowing nothing? She's the Duke's guest. Duke? Which one? I can't. God damn it. And he's been hit. Guerrilla warfare doesn't necessarily need civilian cover when the main focus is targeting targeted stealth attacks. He died. The arrow in the back was not enough of a... The Spectre Force did that? Yep. Or maybe not. Oh, they are. Don't they band together? Why are the Spectre Force targeting their own? Let's get out of here first. You, hold still. Who are you? What are you doing here? I was just delivering medicine. You all started fighting before I knew it. Delivering medicine? Who for? Is it the Victorian soldiers? Rhode Island's medicine is for infected use, and we don't pay mind to patients' identities. Your movements are suspect. Ah. It's alright now, Will. Outcast, the lass, you came just in time. Hey, you got the comms this afternoon, didn't you? Rhode Island's called an emergency stop to all daily business in County Hillock. Gee, I wonder why. I got it, yeah, but you wanted to finish delivering the rest. You're a good kid. Pass me the meds, I'll deliver what's left for you. Lass, what on terror is going on outside? There was fighting everywhere in just a blink. Okay, so the fact that Dublin is questioning people and not just outright killing them, that does give me hope. That gives me hope that they're not just killing indiscriminately. They are making sure people are... They're doing target identification first. That is a good thing. Several hundred years of accumulated resentment put to use, turned into a fire ready to destroy all. And let me tell you, it's only just getting started. Hurry on back. Now that I'm here, my highest priority is making sure we don't lose a single Rhode Islander. I'm gonna hold you to that. Alright, lass, right. I just caught sight of Miss Jane near District 17. She comes to the office so often, we all half treat her as Rhode Island operator. She's a Victorian soldier, and with what these rioters think, they won't just let her go. Got it. I'll amend my previous statement. We're not losing even half a Rhode Islander. Leader, I've evacuated everyone I could. Good. Do you have any injuries? Nope. It just been a little reassuring in a way. While coming to blows all night, aside from that headcaster and a couple of strong folk, most of the rest of the soldiers are still pretty normal. Well, still normal people. Yeah, even though they're asking, they were still suspicious and most likely... Well, yeah. I'm hoping that maybe it would have been arrest, but I think... It may... I'm sort of going on the assumption that the Rhode Island operator was wearing that getup and not like in a suit or something. So I'm at least assuming that they appear like enforcement of some sort. Unless not, but who... I don't know. I'm somewhat hopeful because they do... I don't know. It did seem like Reed was in conflict though, like she didn't want to, at the very least, kill the people that was in the party. So it might be the case that some of it is noble, some of it isn't. I'm not sure. Oh, yeah, I read this bit. They've gotten training, but their discipline, not much to speak of. With equal numbers and an open confrontation, they wouldn't be any match for our team. Well, this is a tad different from Reunion, though. That's what I'm hoping. You're giving it preconditions. Besides, their main opponent is the barracks. You're right, leader. If they're going to fight them, the barracks won't be on the front foot. Any more discoveries? The weapons they're armed with are all first grade. Just now, when I went rescuing those few officials and nobles, someone tried to sneak on me at the corner, and after I knocked him out, it brought what he was holding back. A Victorian standard military crossbow. It's a model from 2 years ago, but it's been modified. Look at these 2 coils and the guardrail underneath. A shield-piercing round accelerator. Strange sort of combination of crossbow with Gauss rifle. I'm not too smart with crossbows. I've never saw this in the army or at school. Is it Artec? Doesn't seem to look it doesn't seem to look like it. Okay, I was going a bit crazy then for a moment. Bagpipe, have I overlooked something maybe? We came to investigate the theft of Originium products, correct? Aye. The Spectre Force went to fend against the regular army without a doubt, so they'd need a lot of weapons for sure. But the crossbow in our hands reveals a lot of information. Firstly, the enemy has secretly been plotting for longer than we thought. Firstly, rather, I don't know why I said secondly. Secondly, beyond the goods they've stolen from our possession, there are other powers that have been funding their operations in the long term. In other words, in this instance here, they had no plans to take up new equipment and rush to arms. Right, so in that sense, where did the weapons we lost most recently go? So you've realised where the problem is. The Spectre Force finally showed themselves, but the Originium products that disappeared in County Hillock are still missing. Do military crossbows exist? As far as I'm aware, not anymore. I'm fairly certain compound crossbows and stuff like that only exist in hunting and sports stuff. I hope Triangle's found some new leads. Oh, speak of the devil. Here, leader. Is your group still doing alright? Ned's been lightly injured. The others can still operate. It's just, everyone's tired and hungry. Our situation is not that nice for sure. I kind of like how the worst equipment today is military grade. Yeah. Yeah, they're kind of using military grade to mean that it's like, you know, impressive because it's used for the military. But in reality, military grade basically just means whoever was the lowest bidder. Were you involved in combat yesterday too? Yes, since nightfall, large numbers of enemies have suddenly pulled out. It's like they were just lying in wait in the greenhouses and irrigation systems all this time. That seems to be exactly where they hid themselves. For the troops not familiar with the agricultural plates, it'll be exceedingly difficult to win that hide and seek. We fought face to face with a small wave of them. There were far too many enemies in my view, and we hid away on my lead, all the way until daybreak. You've done very well. Can you return to the city? That'll be a little tricky, leader. Half of them have gone into the city, and the other half are still around everywhere. Leader, our group all agrees. We should continue with our initial task. We've discovered a transport vehicle. Your guess was right. Someone really did use an agricultural transport route to convey these Originian products somewhere. Not that much each time. These ones today most likely are the last of them. These ones today? Where are you? We're hidden on board the transport vehicle right now. I can't risk talking too much, worried they might hear. Next time we make contact, you'll know who the thief was. This is too dangerous. Leader, you and Bagpipe, be careful too. Triangle out. Horn must get migraines. It seems like everyone in her group are incredibly reckless. Bagpipe, inform Cello ASAP. We're returning to the barracks now. Most organised Victorian squad. There is actually a type of crossbow that does require more people. Usually, though, it's more so people to hold the shield so that the other person can reload because it's so big. But there is also another one that does need two, but it is that handheld crossbow. I just can't remember what it was called. A ballista on the a ballista rather on the other hand is stationary. Districts 3 through 9 have fallen. The City Hall, the newspaper, and Good Mary's Hospital are simultaneously under enemy attack. Baron Paulette's wife sent an urgent cable. She's lost contact with her husband since the early morning. She is requesting the barracks send help. Colonel, have something to say. Let her in. Oh. I hope you aren't here to give me nonsense, Commanderos. As you can see, our enemy is savage. I have no time to contest with you again. Colonel, the enemy is hiding in the agricultural plates. What? That's where they were concealed. On top of that, they're not all in the city. They have even more hands. I knew it. I suggest you send someone fast to evacuate the citizens at the ag plates and carry out emergency decoupling at the centre of the city and those plates ASAP to avoid letting even more of the enemy into the city. I don't need you instructing me on what to do. You clearly do. Colonel, it may not be in our power to prevail if we solely depend on the station troops and my platoon to cope with enemy forces infiltrating the city. We have to ensure the enemy gets no further reinforcement. You can go. Colonel? It's my business how County Hillock is preserved. In the principal duty that is upholding the security of the Victorian Empire, we should be united. Hill, show her out. Well, Hillock is doomed. Did you hear that, Hill? The ag plates. They're hiding in the ag plates. I deduced as much long ago. Who else would open the door for the ghosts? Oh, you deduced so before, and you did what exactly? Yes, Colonel. The Terrans are assisting them. How are the artillery battalion's preparations? According to the plan, the final batch of material will arrive at around noon. Good. Have them speed up the remodeling. Every time I think of those disgusting things bounding around my city, it has me eager to finish this. Are you about to bombard your own city? Oh yes, Scamandros and his subordinates. The wolf from Londinium is still biting fast and won't let go. You've heard, haven't you? They have a helping hand outside. Give the command. Regardless of the means, we cannot let anyone stand in the way of our plans. What are you doing? You were doing something completely different. Hillock is secondary to what you're doing, regardless of the bullshit you're saying. Yes, Colonel. As for Scamandros, before we're done, she cannot be left to act freely. I understand. I've realised something, thanks to her talking to. Why were our movements last night at Bolton's already known to the enemy? Scamandros. No, it couldn't be. Though she shares that weakness and naivety innate to her kind of nobility, she has a highly secured loyalty to the Empire. It seems rabble is ultimately rabble. Their base nature always stiff to bend. Okay, at least you weren't that dumb. You immediately stopped. Let me read. Yeah, okay, you immediately stopped with that stupid line of thinking. Within these last few hours, one more thing must be done, and it's long overdue.
Looking after everyone's health is my greatest motivation.
Shit. A great flame may have burned this land to its end, but I see someone's soul on the other side of the scales. Reverse in the ashes. Alright, let's see the hell that happens. Leader, we found them. Good. Bring them forth. What are you doing? Let go of me. It was you who tipped off the Victorian army about the meeting. What? How do you know? Wait a moment, you're... It's you? You're the one the chief editor was talking about. You're going to bring about a war, lead us to throw off our oppressors, just like you said? No, you'll bring death, turn our homeland to ruins, just like you're doing now. The source of it all, everything, it was you. What I'll bring is victory only. And you... Oh no. Oh. Did I know this before? Or did I not see that? Saoirse Kelly have deeply harmed our people's trust in you. Because of your duplicity, many honest men have fallen into enemy prisons, and due to your betrayal, countless fighters have lost their chance to ever see glory of victory. You must pay the price for your actions. Did they really die because of what I did? Last night, all those gathering in that room, a huge amount of them sincerely wanted to welcome you. They believed you would bring us a good change. And now, they've been blown apart, scorched to earth, just like the streets. Is it really me who lit this fire? Whew, she knows how to slap. Shut your mouth, traitor. You feeble, weak defector. How can you understand a martyr's resolve? Rather than fall into enemy hands, suffer humiliation and torment, they'd welcome the leader's fire with their heads high. We all saw them not want that. For the welfare of the Terrans, they had no choice but to sacrifice themselves in the flames of war. There was literally no need for them to die. I literally don't understand the reason for this. Sentence her leader. Give her the death penalty. The death penalty? Of course, don't you see? Only the deaths of traitors can calm the rage of the warriors. Besides, look at the locals. They want to come closer, but don't dare. They fear us, fear you. This is a chance to make them submit. Well, there we go. Once you put this traitor to death, then they'll learn nobody betrays Dublin and lives. Betrayal, Saoirse Kelly, have you ever pondered the consequences of betrayal? Maybe I'll die. But I've no regrets. You have me dead for wanting to save my family and friends. And that only proves I did the right thing. If no one else stops you, even more blood will stain your hands. You are courageous. I didn't mishear, did I? You praise a traitor for courage? She is one of our fellows too. She wasn't any longer, ever since she chose to stand in the way. What's the point of prattling about this, really? If I was her, I wouldn't be asking so much. Words from the condemned should have no effect on you. What if it were my sister? They're all asking it. And yet, I don't like thinking like this. I never liked it. Do it now! You've got all these eyes on you. The longer you delay, the weaker we look. Who wants to follow a weak leader? Well, clearly she's not the leader with all your bullshit talking. How could the people follow a weak army? She didn't give me a choice. This child isn't the first of our followers I've killed. How young was I then? She had me burn the Victorian merchant who wouldn't sell us bread to death. I forget how I did it. I shut my eyes and lifted a knife, yet stabbed only into a pile of acrid ashes. And after, more and more ashes came. Just like this child, the braver, the faster they burn. Saoirse Kelly, in my name as the leader of Dublin, I sentence you to death. I will carry out the execution personally, right here. Seems I'm going to die after all. Leader, you're the leader. Probably no one could stop you, and probably my whole family will die too. But can you tell me, will we win? Will we reach the day when us Terrans can all live a better life? We will. Good. That's good. At least at this moment, I'm willing to believe. Do you have anything else to say? Fire. I saw the fire from the tip of your lance. Will it hurt badly when I'm burned alive? No. Don't tell me. After all, I can't bear to hear. I ask of you, tell my Ma and Da if they can still live after everything's over. I've hidden from them the money in the third drawer by my bed. I wanted to buy my Ma a bouquet of flowers for her birthday next month. Tell them I'm sorry, everyone. I promise you. I've said these words countless times. Every time I do, my chest stirs in burning pain, as if the spear wasn't in my hands but stabbed into my body. Again and again I tell myself life burns easily, and they are all fuel, and I'm no exception. Ha! She's dead. That's decent enough. Give the order, make everyone else know, the traitor's been executed. The next one waits, to go informing. They'll be waiting to crumble to charcoal like her. Yes, sir. As for you, what's wrong with you today? Dragging your heels so hard, the soldiers saw. Even thought their leader would be soft on traitors. Surely Reed can just burn her. We don't need idiots like that. Hey, You can't really be turning soft, can you? It's one girl, and your fire burned most of the street in a snap yesterday. Here, I thought you finally seemed the part a bit, leader. Do I seem the part? Seem what part? Haven't been able to tell what I seem for a long time. Ever since I was little, I've only seen her appearance, her speech, her fire. She had me become this way too. I couldn't do it, so I was bound to hide under her fire's light. She's a million miles off again. Every time I see her looking like that, I just want to get up and in her face and scream. Jealous now? Don't give me that shit. I just can't stomach seeing the face she puts on. Must be nothing but drain water soaked bubbles in her head. Why'd the leader put her in this position? If it weren't for the face she was born with, she'd be a waste of space. Can't even execute a traitor properly. So she tipped off the colonel? No, she tipped off Sayleach, who gave it to Horn. So you did it for her? She hasn't the capacity to tell herself, but I saw it quite obvious. Before her fire caught, an unseeable rock had already bored through the girl's chest. I just couldn't hold on. All because of this shameless traitor. I broke my back gathering all those rich and powerful supporters, and you know what? Dead. Dust to dust. Farewell. Oh, I didn't think you even had a lick of the pitying type in you. Even a bunch of meat beasts would show some use before they died, right? Well done now, you. Well done. Turned to coke with a bump. Okay, I'm assuming by coke you mean as in the slag. Like the slag of iron and coal and that. Because either that or they've just turned into a fizzy drink that probably doesn't exist in this world. Or the white one. Good enough, perhaps. They might... Oh, that's they died so simply. Don't forget, that little greedy plan of yours nearly buried us all deep, deep under. Oh, yes, throw it back to her, after all the shit she's been talking. I did it for the leader, and Dublin. You can't tell me you don't think she's unsuited. Even if she didn't bring all the people, I could have handled County Hillock fine. No, even better. I could have done even better. The leader could just trust me some more. Unsuited? Well, I won't say you're not right. People, well, they're best off understanding, after all. Not to yearn day in, day out about clamouring up where they don't belong, or else, you know, they miss one tiny thing. Trip and fall and la-di-da, way down. Bang. And it's flesh and bones everywhere. I nearly said bang and the dirt is gone. Are you getting on my case? How could I be? Let's go. You're just pissing yourself off staring at her. We still have to discuss the next step. The bandit, the emulator, the accountant, the toxicologist, the convict, and the elocutionist? I have no idea what that word is. We sent the notice out yesterday, so gauging the time, they should all have arrived. The city hall's ours now, and we've got quite a few VIPs and nobility under control too. But it's still not enough. We need to have County Hillock totally occupied before the leader gets here. I'm going to sleep now. Okay, have a nice sleep, Christmas. Is a word for speaker. Okay, they could have just said the speaker. Keep biting, and you'll clean your nail off before you know it. Much bloody appreciated. When it happens, don't come begging me in tears to paint you a new design. When I've ever cried in front of you, I just don't like letting the credit go to others. Alright. You think I don't know you? You were one of the first to start following the leader. You ought to set your sights a bit further some. But one single hillock and you're in this frenzy of a state. You don't even think it's embarrassing. You mean, once things are all done here, the leader needs someone to run the trip to Londinium in her stead? Say that sooner. Quick, let's get going. I need County Hillock 1 within half a day. The entirety of Dublin needs to be destroyed. That's my verdict. Each one of them has their own greed inside, wild and wondrously formed, and not even the fiercest fire would burn them all through. So what about mine? I only want to hide. Yet, does a shadow have the right to flee? Leader. Madam Harmony is inviting you to hold a meeting. Do I have to go? Madam did say, if you really don't want to go, they can respect your wishes. Respect? How kind of her. Soldier, go and tell them. Carry it all out according to plan. They know their fate. Oh, they know their own duty. They don't need me pushing them. As for me, I need to think in peace. Order your people to keep proper watch, and let nobody disturb me. Yes, leader. I need a little time. What is this? In the ruins of the village, I found a piece of paper. It was fragile, very much so, all four corners charred black, and as I picked it up, half fell to ash, and sadly, only half of the words were left upon it. Why should I lose heart? A great flame may have burned the whole land to its end, but I see someone's soul on the other side of the scales. It was a poem, a verse missing its beginning. These words seem freshly written, the ink still not naturally set before fire scorched it dry. Right, that was that guy. Yes, my fire. My soul. Nope, that was a flash. What time is it? 3 hours. Yeah, okay. I think I'll leave it here. Let's see, what have I done? I've basically done 4 again. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, technically. That's not right. Oh, yeah, because of the thing. Yeah, I'll stop here. I don't like Dublin. I don't care about their sob story anymore. That's my verdict at the moment. If something changes within these 20-odd stages, then so be it. But at the moment, I think the majority of Dublin can burn. Okay. Yeah, so I will leave this here. For those of you who are new here or haven't joined yet, I do have a Discord, which I'm just gonna put in. Discord. Yes. Discord. Anyway, there it is. But yeah, so I'll leave this here. I'm not sure when I'll be back. I haven't actually made a schedule this week, much like last week, unfortunately, so I'm not sure. Unfortunately, I am going back to work this Wednesday. Not that it matters too much, because I stream in the evenings anyway, but still, it might go back to like 3 streams a day, which is normally how it would go. So not much should change, but it would depend. I might be a bit tired for the week, but we'll see how it goes. Of course, there'll still be a stream on Saturday as per usual. There'll be more Arknights, and I'm going to try and get back into Honkai Star Rail. I still need to catch up to the latest stories, otherwise I'll be left far too behind. But that's the plan. But until then, thank you so much for tagging along, and I shall see you all next time. Bye bye.